Hello, everybody. This is Diana, your web accessibility expert from Paris. And next week, I have a family trip to London. So I spend a lot of time planning these days and where we're gonna go. I checked many museums, restaurants, shops, and I was really curious about accessibility of these websites because I found some things that were not quite correct, the colors and the focus and accessibility of the buying shopping carts. So I would like to check with you accessibility of one of the most popular British websites. So if you're interested, I will share with you my screen and we will check how it goes. So I think it opened you wrong one. Yeah, here it is. So this is Natural History Museum. This is one of the websites where I booked tickets for me and the kids. And even about the physical place, it needs to be something accessible because most of the days I'm alone with three small kids and the stroller. So it should be something really specific where the kids can survive and me as well. And the stroller is allowed with some bags. So already this was not easy, but then I was on the website and well, you will see how it was. But first, this is the main webpage of Natural History Museum. So this is the main page and we see the bright colors. So first we will just take a look how it looks without using any extensions. Is it easy to read? Is the content accessible and understandable? Is it nice to see this combination of the colors? First, we'll just put attention only on our own impressions without analyzing it too much about how it is about WCAG criteria and so on. So here I see beautiful photos, the buttons, like I can already see that there is a problem with the focus. I just put, you can see that I put the cursor of the mouse on the button, get your free ticket. And it became darker, but just a little bit. It's important, the visible focus. Like I just wanted to see where I am and it was already hard. This is one of the things that I noticed, the first one, but the text is big. It's not too hard to read and the images are amazing. It's all visible and there are not so many things. I mean, there's a lot of information, but it's not overwhelming. You know, sometimes the websites, they are endless. You just go down and you are scrolling and you cannot get to the footer. Here, it doesn't seem to be the same, but yeah, all the buttons when you just put the focus, I just wanted to put the focus on the button and sometimes it becomes darker, sometimes it becomes lighter, but the difference is really hard to notice. If I wouldn't know that I'm here, I wouldn't recognize. Okay, but still the website itself, like you see the structure. So here are the two elements, just the two columns. Here we see the full width element on the web page. Here we see four columns. So like this, we have different structure. It's beautiful and there is not too much text. This I also like. And the links, they're very recognizable. Yeah, the links are very visible. When I put a focus on the link, it becomes blue. So I see exactly where I am. This is gorgeous. So here's a contact form and you can put here the information and it tells you precisely when there is an error. So you didn't put in information and tells you that this field is required. This is great. And this is the footer with a lot of information. I don't know. I would like to know your opinion, guys. Like, do you like when the footer contains so much information? I would say that I would prefer it to have just like main sections like visit, discover, take part, join and support our science. I think that for the person who uses a screen reader, if there's too much information in the footer, like if the person wants to go to business services, so he has to go through all these links, like all the links below the visit, then all the links inside the discover section. For school, there's so much information that by the time you get to the link that you want, you already feel like, okay, it's too much. I need to find another website, another place to go, or I need somebody to help me. And this is the worst. Like, I completely understand how important it is to be independent at what you want to find out, what you want to do. And one of the best part of being accessibility expert, I would say, is to provide this independence to people. I can control my life. I can do everything by myself. I can get information. I can apply for jobs. I can reserve things. This is awesome. I think one of the most important things in life is to be independent. And here, it makes it more complicated, such footer. Okay, now, so we just went from top to the bottom. I will also try to analyze it with some extensions just to see which automatic mistakes we might get here. So here are 4 errors that Wave Evaluation tool found. So it's connected to 2 missing form labels. So the form that I liked, so it has a problem with the missing form label, where it is here. So I think it's this one, but I don't really find it precisely. Where it is precisely, I don't see a symbol. Oh, okay, I found it. So it's here, and let's check the code. So what is the problem here? The name question, missing form label. Okay, so yeah, I don't see precisely like what is this form, what needs to be done here. Yeah, so here we just don't get full information what a user with a screen reader need to do with this part of the form, where we need to add here precisely, it's about the password, but I don't see even clearly visual part where this password. Here we just need to add the first name, last name, and mail, but eventually there's some hidden part, as I understand. Well, it's very strange. Maybe there is something coded and hidden after some part, like here, but it's about the text. Okay, so it's something really strange. Like, what is this part? Okay, well, so there is some strange form that cannot be seen really visually. So I cannot get there to understand for sure what is the problem. Yes, but there are also 2 empty buttons which are where they're hidden. So they're visually hidden, but they exist. What does it mean? When you create a code for a website or some app, mobile app, or for the tablet, even if visually the information is not seen, like when you hide something, you can use the exclamation point and you can hide inside HTML some part, it will be seen in the code for the people analyzing the code. So because it's still inside your code, even if this part visual is not seen, for people who analyze in the code, it will be seen and it will be considered as a mistake. Like here, 2 empty buttons, they're hidden, but we still see that there's a problem. Can I take a look at the code? It's really hard to find where it is to check. But anyway, there are no contrast errors, so this is great. There are several alerts about long alternative text. Let's take a look what exactly is wrong here. I'll just close the code so that we have more space. I'm trying to find alternative text. Where it is, long alternative text. Oh, it's a little bit hard to find, but I guess it's somewhere here. No. Oh my God. So this is this is alternative text. So this is an image, and an image should have alternative text, because here we see is the image of the news. It provides some information, and even if it's some, apart from being very decorative, like element of the design, like an arrow or I don't know, some just wave like lines to underline something beautifully. Like here, this is the photo, and we're talking about the news. Like here, it's about discover our science, and there is a man taking the probes was probably to analyze them from the lake. And for people with low vision, it's really important to understand what is there. They don't use a screen reader. Or well, some they use screen readers, some they don't use, it depends. But they need to be able to read the information that they cannot get from their eyes, from visual perspective. It's really important to add any information that might be lost and that is important. Here, clearly, for the sections, it's important to understand what we are talking about, where it's going to lead this link, and here it should be done. And here I see that like a figure is present. So this is not good. Let's open. What is it here precisely? So there's some okay. Yeah, I don't really see. So the media image, but I don't really see here. Oh, so it's empty. Alternative text is empty. There is a type of an image. Like this is, yeah, this, I think this is the last one, the image, but alternative text is missing. I would say that for this image, it's important to add it because it's not just decorative image. It provides information, discover our science, what kind of scientific experiments they do. I would definitely advise to add it. So you see, just from these simple things, we can already see that there are several problems. And the problem with the visible focus, that's for sure a big problem. Like here, it's much more visible. But for other buttons, just take a look, make, play, and explore. Right now, there is no focus on it. Right now, I put focus on it. Like I put the cursor of the mouse on it, and it should be very visible that we put attention to this element, but the difference is almost not noticeable. Okay, right now I will try just to take a look at the keyboard navigation of this website. So is it accessible for the keyboard? Oh yeah, this is gorgeous. I see exactly where I am. I see the focus. This is great. I'm not sure whether this precise light green is accessible for this light violet, but I see clearly where I am, and that's what I like. Well, here I like it less because it's just a blue line, but anyway, it's here. We see the difference and the background is changing. Okay, that's great. This is good. Wait, I think here again it was almost nothing. Where this button, yeah, here you see, well, there is at least a line around. So it's quite rare that the keyboard navigation, through keyboard navigation, the focus is more visible than with the cursor of the mouse. And that's the case here on this website. That's very interesting. Oh, wow, this is gorgeous. Just take a look. That's the focus on the link. It's completely changing perspective. I mean, you see exactly where you are. The accessibility, the color contrast, amazing. That's what I really love. I really love the way how they put the focus on the links. That's great. And here, well, we see it. It's not as visible, but that's good. Privacy notice. Okay. So here are social networks. Yeah, and here this part, just look, I need to go through all of them in order to go, for example, to business services or legal requirements. Oh my God. Yeah, that's just too much. I think it's too much personally. Okay, but that's how we took a look and what I did. So I clicked by myself, book your tickets to space. Oh no, this is the space. Sorry. No, I just clicked get your free ticket. London is extremely expensive, so I specifically was choosing the museums where I don't need to pay money because it's much more expensive than Paris, according to what I found out from the restaurants, shops, and everything. So no, I clicked here. So here I also see that it's quite small, like the structure, the text is big, it's very readable. What is the size of the font? I just want to take a look. I'm sure that it's quite good, but I'm just interested. Oh, do they write it here in the code analysis? Hmm. I don't really see it. Okay, here, no. Yes, it's 20 pixel. Okay, and here also 20. 20, this is great. Yeah, this is big, it's readable, gorgeous. Yes, this is great. And so here, I went here, get your free ticket, but again, you can see that the focus is not good. Sorry. It's really hard to understand where you are. So here you just go and is it accessible for the keyboard? Yes, so it's accessible for the keyboard, this part. I don't check right now with you for the screen reader what we hear because I didn't find the way actually for my computer to record online and live how it goes with my check of the computer. Mostly I need to record the music and then add to the video, which is not so easy. But I hope to find the way soon. So we click here and then, well, I would say it's quite good for now. I just want to show you how it goes. So is it good and accessible, all the details? Like for example, right now, I will check with Accessibility Insights for Web, this website, and can it find any problems right now on this part when we're booking a free ticket? No. Well, that's great. That's great. That automatically detected, which is between 20 to 30%. So when we try automatic tool, it doesn't mean that we get 100% of the answer, the full analysis of the web page. No, 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 no. It's between 20 to 30%. It's very small according to what the analysis is done when we do it with accessibility expert or with somebody who has a knowledge about accessibility. But here, yes, well, yeah, it's very clear how we do it. Okay, go to checkout. Well, it seems like it's good. I will not go all the way. I just want to check the most important parts. Is it accessible for the keyboard, the color contrast, the focus? Okay. Yeah, and I just want to check the keyboard. Yeah, so if I just put yes. Okay, so it's also accessible here. That's great. Okay, so I would say that overall web accessibility of Natural History Museum is on the very high level for all the aspects. Here, I didn't have any problems. I had problems with other websites, and we will take a look at them. So this is Science Museum. This is another very popular and very good for children museum in London. And here I also booked tickets for my family. And here I was checking precisely. Yeah, here somehow it's already can be seen, like you see the button book now. Okay, it's a little bit short, but we can get the meaning. I mean, what we're booking. Well, even though, yeah, there are many things that can be booked on this website because there are different experiments, there are different activities. I would say it's better to be more precise, but this is the main button. Okay, like it's a little bit short, the description, the name of this button, but what I don't like is that it's dark pink on the white. I was checking previously that the color contrast is good actually here between these two colors, but when we put the focus, we put cursor on it, pink disappears and we get white text on the dark background. What I mean is that it becomes actually less visible. Just take a look. Here right now, there is no cursor of the mouse on it, and we actually see it more clearly than when I have a cursor on it. That shouldn't be like that. Even though it's accessible, it shouldn't be like that. Here I see that the colors, so they go from light green to darker one. There might be some problems with the left part because it's a gradient of the color, so it shifts. Here, yeah, like I really don't understand. Like they have underline, but as to the links, but as soon as you put a cursor of the mouse, the line underneath disappears. So it actually becomes less visible where you are, and the text doesn't become bigger. There is no background appearing. So we have actually less visibility when we put cursor on it. This is quite strange. It shouldn't be like that. Here at least it doesn't disappear. Yeah, like you see here, for example, in this section, we have several photos. I'm sorry that I put extra attention to this. It just I straight noticed it, and now I want to go a little bit deeper into this. And here, this is perfect. So we get the background, we get underline. It's much more, and it becomes bigger. Like you will see, whoop. So the image increasing a little bit. There's underline. There is another background, darker. So we see we're here. It's really vivid, and it's a good visible focus. So here I like it, even though the button itself, when I put on the button, well, technically it's all the same, the link. I can see in the left bottom corner what is the link, so it doesn't change whether we are putting a cursor on the button or on the link. Okay, so here we will check whether it's accessible for the keyboard, but for now I like what I see. It's black with white. Big images. The font is very good. It's readable, no problem. Here we see, okay, yeah, and there's the lines appear. Yeah, it's so much better here with the sections. Okay, this is the appearing text. Again, the disappearing pink one. Oh, and now I see that actually it's the black background appearing. In the first one, you can see that it's black on black, and it's really hard to see. Like, I don't have any problem with my eyes. Like, I don't have disabilities connected to my vision, but for me, like, I couldn't see it. I would really be surprised if any of you, my viewers, could see the difference, could see that there's a black background. It's impossible. Okay, so here it is like that. It's not so big, it's not too long to go to the bottom. That's what I also like. And here the footer is shorter than for the Museum of Natural History, like the previous website that we checked. Here we see everything is like location, opening times, newsletter, quick links, my account, keep in touch. I like it much more because there are less links, so I can go faster to what I want to find. This is great. This is the, oh no, but take a look again with the visible focus. Like the focus actually becomes worse when we put a cursor, when we put a focus on the element. Just take a look. Science Museum. So like when we put a cursor, it just becomes more transparent. Like I don't understand if they understand what is visible focus. What does it mean? I mean, we need to see where we are. It actually disappearing. I mean, uh, and it becomes so much harder to read. I'm 100% sure that at least two left ones, like on this gradient, they are not readable. The color contrast is bad. Let's check right now the color contrast with wave evaluation tool. I use different evaluation tools. It depends, but here I will use wave. So there are two errors, but I think it's hidden like in the code, so it's visually hidden elements. There are two errors, two spacer image missing alternative text. So there is no alternative text. Where is this? No, this is a low contrast. So there are some images. Let's take a look. Oh my God, it doesn't go. So there are two images that are not displayed, but they don't have alternative text, so we don't even understand. As you can see, even if it's hidden in the code, we still can see, and we get information from evaluation tools that there are some things that require a check, because even if it's hidden, it should be coded in a good way. There are a lot of problems with the color contrast. I will just hide the code so that we can find them, we can see them. There are also problems non-script elements, but first we'll go to the color contrast. Okay, so here, yeah, so what is the problem? Every element that you have, you should, for every element, you should code the background. If you don't code the background and you have just an image, like here, the gradient, so automatically the code itself will be analyzed with the background under this image. So like here, it's white. So this element has a white background and white text. So automatically we get an error. Never should do this. So you need to code an element. So you need to write in the code, okay, this element has this specific background. I understand that here it's the gradient, so it's much harder to do it. And if they would add an image, like if they would add a color for the background, so most probably we would see it, it would be differently. It would be not as beautiful as it is, but it would be much better and it would be coded in the right accessible way. So here we see this problem, and it tells us about this mistake, about this issue where color contrast ratio is a 1-to-1, which shouldn't be. As you understand, white text on the white background, this is something that we absolutely shouldn't have. Okay, and when we go down, like for example here, like do we see, okay, there's no alternative text. Well, as decorative, like I would say that I would put alternative text for these images. Like here we see astronaut, and for the people with low vision, they will just see, like just imagine that it's all blurry and you hardly see what's on the image. You want to understand what is there, but you cannot if alternative text is empty. So I would definitely add something here. Here we see, so there is like lower, yeah, these ones, so it's with the bad color contrast. And here we see the linked image with alternative text. Where is alternative text? Science and media, I don't see. Yes. Okay, so at least we have alternative text here, which is great, but it's not coded really properly, the backgrounds of the elements, just like what I said previously. So let's check right now the keyboard navigation of this main page. I will go, oh, I like it. Dark gray, we see where we are. You can see how visually it's very vivid where we're, oh, right now. It's probably my image. Yeah, that's why I didn't see this. But I would say it's very good. And here, like even Book Now, it has much better focus, visible focus through the keyboard navigation rather than when I use the mouse. Okay, here it's white. Yeah, well, we can go through the main elements with the keyboard. This is the most important thing. And the footer is not so big. We don't need to go through like hundreds of elements, which I really like. And I like the keyboard navigation. I would say they did it very well. Okay, so I would say the main page is quite good. Maybe even better than the previous one, the website of Natural History Museum. So here, what did I do? I went to Book Now, and then it's here. Yeah, I'm not sure like that here. Again, the focus here, like it becomes darker. Well, I think I'm not sure if this pink it's too much bright with white. Let's check if it's accessible. I have doubts, to be honest, about these colors. So I'm checking it with accessibility insights for web. We will check if there are problems. Well, it tells me that there are problems, but not the problems where I thought it is in the calendar. Yeah, and I see that it's like gray, dark gray on the light gray, so it's really hard to see. But I think even though it's an issue, like it's accessibility issue, it's done so that you understand that these dates they are gone and you cannot book anything for these dates. So logically I understand it, but still all the colors, the combination of the colors, they should have good color contrast. So it's still an issue here. But this, like, let me check because I mean, it doesn't tell me that there is a mistake, but I have doubts about accessibility of this like whether this element has good color contrast. Okay, it tells me it's 4.63. So we can get sometimes information instantly. So it's just enough because the minimum it's 4.5 and here it's 4.63. Yay! Okay, so this is not so bad. This is not so bad. It's just enough. So here we can click. Oh, I will just check the keyboard whether we can do it with the keyboard. Okay. So here we can access everything. Opa, the mouse. Oh, I'm pressing. Okay, so I chose the day. Oh, they have a skip to the content button. This is great. It was seen in the beginning. It's really hard. Why it didn't go? Wait. Um, okay. I can just choose the first one. Why I cannot go? It brings me up. Okay, maybe. Okay, I can go like this using arrows. Okay, so I press. I choose. But I cannot really click. Okay, well, I clicked. Okay, so like this, I choose, and then I can select. Right now, I do everything with the keyboard, just to let you know. Okay, so it works. It works. Okay, great. Okay, this is great. So I think we can book and then through the account we can get the tickets to our account. And the last website right now, what I want to show you, it's London Zoo. So here the tickets, they are not for free. Just for me and my 4-year-old daughter, it costed around like almost 60 euros, which is quite crazy, but that's the life. So let's take a look at the main page of London Zoo. And here we see the information, the colors, I would say they're quite good. The font is big and there are images. I can see that it's changing the colors when in the focus, so it's very good visible focus. This is great. Okay, and it's not so big. Well, I would say that this is like there are a lot of links, but it's at the limit, the amount of links in the footer. I would say everything is understandable. The menu stays very accessible because it's fixed with the white background and the black font. The links, they become underlined when we put the focus on it. So I would say the first impression is good. Now we will try to check it with evaluation tool. Let's take a look. Okay, so it tells me that there is one mistake, missing alternative text for an image, but one image that is not uh, visually seen. Okay, even though we see this arrow and there are two contrast arrows, I will try to catch this. Okay, so here and there, yeah, as I told you before, you see that there are two texts, well, two phrases on an image. So they didn't add background for an element, and now we take the background that is under an image as the background. So because it's not programmable, like here it was not coded in the right way. And like this, we see that there is this yellow on the white, which has 1.43 to 1 color contrast, which is extremely low, and 1 to 1, like, well, 1.01 to 1. But still, it's extremely bad and it's very hard to read. And it shouldn't be done like that. Absolutely. I will just check with the keyboard how it goes, whether we have good. Yeah, oh my God, this is great. They have both the color and it's with the frame, the button. This is so much seen. It's great. I like how they did it. All the interactive elements, they can be seen. Again, I don't check it with the screen reader. for this analysis, but it also should be done. It's a very important part. Here we see everything. Yeah, I love it. So it's kind of like a combination, like we see how with the cursor we get visible focus, plus when we get keyboard navigation, so we get also extra focus from the keyboard. This is great. This is great. It can be seen, so no problems. Yes, and here I will just go to the tickets. So that's how it looks like, the web page with the tickets. I'm interested if we can open this information using the keyboard. Yay, that's awesome. I don't know if automatically you can read it. Like sometimes it's like you can just read the title and then it stops for the screen reader. I mean, and can you close? Yes, that's great. And there's a link. Yeah, it's better when there are links inside. So you can get more information. You can click to get it. So now we'll go to buy tickets. And here I see the problems that I encountered some time ago when I booked the tickets on this website. Like, for example, here you can see, yes, I understand that they want to show you the process of buying tickets. Like, first you choose the date, then you choose the ticket, basket, payment, but it's too much low, the color contrast for these elements. You can see the tickets, basket, payment, it's light gray on white, and it's almost not seen. This is not good. It should be much higher, the color contrast. Here I see, so there are links and the text, I mean, like, even it's not accessible, you need to put it in with good color contrast. Like here, the peak and standard weekend, it has very low color contrast. I will check it with accessibility insights for web so that we can check all together whether there are any mistakes that can appear on our automatic tool. So I will see. Yeah, so there are 26 mistakes, and this is one of the most important web page because we know that there are purposes of the apps, of the websites. It's very important to recognize the purpose of your digital product. And here it is to provide the information about the zoo, but also for the payment. Like that's why people go on the website to buy the tickets so that they can come and visit the zoo. And here, if it's the main web page where you can actually do this main action, when like it contains 26 mistakes, just automatic ones. Most probably it contains more after the full analysis is done. So this is a big problem. Okay, and yeah, I can see that there are many other problems like the link name, the button names, color contrast, like what I was mentioning. Yeah, so there are multiple mistakes on this web page, and this is not good. And here, like, I will just try with the keyboard. Can I go? Okay. Can I choose a date? Like 19. Okay, I chose the date. So it opens. So we're on the second one. I would say that logically, I mean, I understand that they show on which step you are, but we already went through the date, so it should be black, I would say, like if it's done. But here it's not the case. Oh, wait. Can I go to choose the time? Why it jumped? So the keyboard, uh, oh, I didn't even see that, like it was not the focus, didn't really show that I chose the time. It's only now when I used arrows, like I knew that I'm there just because I can see it. And that's why I used arrows to choose between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. But if I would just use a screen reader, I wouldn't be able even to know that I'm on interactive element. So this is the problem. And here I can choose, can I open? Okay, so I can choose how many people with donation or without donation, the footer. Okay, And here, do we have on this web page any problems that can be automatically detected? We will check these and see what our extension tells us. So, well, I can access, but still it was not seen. Yeah, here there are less amount of issues, but still there are 10, minimum 10 accessibility related issues. And so when we do it, like for example, if I continue here, so we have another one. What's the problem? Oh, and they brought me back. This was quite strange. I mean, I chose the tickets, I chose the date, and I came back to the first step. So as you can see already, what I can say is that there are multiple problems on the London Zoo website, especially when you try to buy tickets. And that's what I also encountered when I tried to buy tickets here. I did it, but I can only imagine how hard it would be for a blind person or person with low vision. I didn't check it with the screen reader, but most probably there are some problems as well because there are already problems with alternative text and the accessible names of the buttons and links. That's what we already saw. So here it's really hard to finish the main action that that actually this website requires. And this is the problem. So I checked three I checked three websites, the most popular ones for people who are visiting London, and I hope you liked my analysis. If you have some questions or you noticed something during my analysis that you would like to share or add as information, please be welcomed. And if you have some interesting websites that you would love me to check, I would also be happy to help and to provide a video analysis. Thank you for watching my video. Bye!